III.
Welcome back, ladies and germs. Episode 280. My name is Jay. All the way to my right, I have my co-host Eddie behind the camera. We got Miggy, best producer in the game. With that being said, World War III, baby, let's go.
This man's crazy.
So,
That's crazy to say. Let's go to.
It's not
no,
what we want.
it's just funny
Joking.
because the entire internet, Instagram, and social media is loaded with the reels of World War III. And I think that's partially people are saying that, but everyone kind of knows we're not having no damn World War III, you know?
Not under Trump's watch.
Yeah, because it's not that not under Trump's watch. I don't know if you've seen that reel where they asked Kamala, what would you say to Iran? Kamala looks straight in the camera, and goes, "Don't," and then they
I know
do.
which one you're talking about.
Yeah, they do fucking Biden.
Yeah.
And then what would you say to Iran? He's like, don't. To Trump, what are you gonna say to Iran? I'm gonna just bomb the shit out of him. Bro,
I can't
homeboy
tell
got
that
no
video.
chill.
Is that video real?
I don't know. It could be AI, but it was
But
funny.
I've been seeing it a lot. I know exactly
Yeah,
what you're
it's
talking
funny
about.
as hell. So with that being said, okay, so let's just talk about it a little bit more, right?
So, Kalamini got bombed.
Yep.
He got annihilated.
That was the leader, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
the supreme leader.
And then they put out the red Iranian flag, which means basically the flag goes up when they're gearing up for retaliation.
Uh huh.
Yeah,
Like, they haven't been retaliating this whole entire time.
yeah, they've been trying, but that doesn't work too well. I saw
Yeah.
that Tel Aviv got bombed a little bit. I don't know if that was AI or bullshit.
Yes.
didn't
I
really
saw
get deep
one
into
that-
it.
In retaliation, they bombed, I believe it was 12 other neighboring states. It
Mhm.
could be 14. I don't remember
Yeah.
the exact
They
number.
bombed Bahrain, from what I heard. Right?
And Kuwait, I think Kuwait got some of that too.
Dubai got fucked up.
Yeah, it's like America and Israel is attacking us. Let's fuck up Dubai and
Why would the
And
fuck would
Bahrain.
you fuck up
Bahrain.
with the rich guys?
Kuwait.
They canceled. I saw. I don't know if this is real or not. I just saw an article title that said something about Formula One. Like they use Pirelli tires. I think it is.
Yeah, they canceled Bahrain
They canceled. No, they canceled testing.
testing.
They were doing tire testing because they just did like the preseason testing for the cars and like the teams, but like the tire manufacturers, they'll do testing all throughout the year at different tracks. You know, just testing compounds, different technology, blah blah blah, and apparently they canceled some of their testing days for the tires because of the bombings in
Well,
Bahrain.
I think they took a page out of Mexico's book, because they kind of woke up. FIFA pretty much said, "Oh, we're not doing any of the games in Mexico now," which kind of makes no sense. Also saw this reel, and this guy goes, "I only go to the countries right after a terrorist attack." It's like, what are you talking about? He goes, "Yeah, no one is there. Prices
Saw
are
that.
cheap." And then he goes, "Security is amazing." You know what I mean? I was like, bruh. But yeah. So okay, let's talk about why are they saying? Okay, continue, Miggy. I cut you
So
off.
he got bombed. In retaliation, he bombed like 12, 14 other countries. And then they decided they wanted to get a new leader immediately.
Uh-huh.
Another 30-something members got bombed on that rate as well.
Uh-huh.
And currently they're looking to potentially have boots on the ground. Potentially. They're sending over more troops at the moment.
Yeah. So okay. So
That
let's.
red flags and they go down, and the white one's gonna come up. I think.
And during these current attacks, we've also had, I believe, 4 to 5 jets taken down by friendly fire. Kuwait was the one that I believe took them down. And
Oh, is the video I saw real where the
They helped the lady.
Yeah, they were like, we like you, you
Yeah.
protect us.
But at first they had a bet.
Well, they didn't. I think they didn't know.
They thought it was Iran. They were like, oh, we're gonna fuck you up. Are you Iran? America? Iran? America.
Yeah.
So the reason people are talking about World War III, you kind of have to look at it. What's going on, right? Like, let's just open the books up.
I mean, when you fucking just bomb 14 countries, like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but
Like,
but that's not
it's
really.
not like Russia is going into Ukraine and they're just, okay, we want to take your territory, or okay, we're gonna fight because we want to fight. No, you're just bombing a bunch of other countries that will fuck you up afterwards.
Yeah, no, yeah. I don't think those countries gonna step in. They're like, United States got this, you know, or they're just gonna we'll help
But
you.
they're gonna allow them to use their bases.
Yeah. So
Unlike Spain.
yeah. So, but the thing with this is, okay. So what? Let's just start from the beginning. What happened? What happened first? What was it? Venezuela, right? We took Venezuela, and basically the thing is, we just secured the biggest
That was
crude oil
that
deal.
That was January.
January crude oil deal, right? Biggest crude oil deal. I'm gonna skip February. Crude oil deal. Crude oil. Venezuela's crude oil is very very thick. Like it's extremely thick. Our refineries
Just
are
like
n-
their women.
are capable. Huh?
He said just like their woman.
Our refineries are capable to work them. However, the problem is transport. It's so thick it doesn't go through pipes. Now, on a retrospect, on the other side of the world, guess who has the correct chemical oil to dilute the shit down to run it through pipes? Anybody want to take a guess?
Russia.
Uh-uh.
China.
Uh-uh.
Okay, I ran out.
Iran. Iran has the right oil to dilute this oil to push it through the pipes. Now, let's track back. This looks like a conspiracy so far, but let's track
Very
back.
much so.
Track back. Who was Venezuela and Iran working with?
Comes.
Russia and China, right? So geopolitically, Russia and China was getting bigger slice of the pie in this oil game, and things like that. So what Trump did basically went in with pretenses that he's liberating people of Venezuela, liberating people of Iran. Clearly, CIA was involved in Iran's like a month back. Iran was having these like civil war type of situations with people on the streets. They're literally getting fucking sprayed and killed by Iranian government because they're going against the government. This is my conspiracy theory. The CIA went in and created this coup, right? So then we went in with pretenses we're liberating these Iranian people that are under this regime, right? But in reality, what was happening, we created a situation, which then we went, like, there's no questions asked about it. Iranian regime is a totalitarian regime. Can you pull up pictures of Iran from 1970? Pictures of people in Iran from 1970. This was when Iran was under the Shah, right? Like the Shah was the basically running the country. This is what people look like. This is what they did. Iran was known one of the best cities in Middle East for education, for being very progressive. People were like actually doing stuff. And then the extremist government came over, and now they're all wearing burqas. You know what I mean? Like they literally went back in time. Like they just kind of. So Iran is definitely under the totalitarian regime, right? We need to do something about it. But Iran has a lot of that oil, so does Venezuela. And they were selling this to Russia and China cheap, right? So for us to gain back our global dominance, we needed to secure this oil. In the meantime, we did get rid of totalitarian regimes in two countries. So it's not that we just went in for oil. Oil might have been the main reason, but the byproduct of that was saving these people. You know what I mean? So now the question is whether this is right or wrong. So he basically didn't just kill two birds with one stone, he killed three birds with one stone. He secured the oil, secured our global dominance, and then liberated the people.
But then another 14 stones were thrown at other countries.
And another 14 stones were thrown at other countries.
That's another byproduct.
Another byproduct of which we're going to go swoop in, and American companies now making money because we're going to start rebuilding them. So, in a retrospect, nobody could expect that was the actual byproduct of the. That's one
hell of a conspiracy theory right there.
That was the thing that they didn't count on, that this would happen. They thought Iran was just gonna fold, but they're like, fuck this. I'm gonna hit your allies because I know I can't hit you, so I'm gonna hit your allies. Basically, with an idea, they're gonna get it. It's kind of like, the guy that doesn't do the exercise correctly in the gym, and then everybody gets to do push-ups. So it's like, I'm gonna make everybody do push-ups. Maybe then they'll kick you out.
The better way to explain this is, you go to a jiu-jitsu gym and you get challenged by the owner, and you get, instead of fighting him back, you get pissed off and just go beat up the kids' class.
Basically. Yeah, 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 yeah. So, but then what this did? All these countries that got bombed, they're not idiots. They understand who's the big papi on a block.
Well, this is
They're not gonna just switch.
This is not a conspiracy. This actually happened and is happening. Trump went in there with the plans of getting something out of Venezuela.
Yeah,
That is the fact that he got the oil deals.
yeah,
He got the oil deals, which funded the operation that he just did against Venezuela, and that not only paid for that, but is now funding the war that he's going
yeah,
to fund in Iran now.
yeah. So, all this was done in a very, like, this was like, if you think about it, this was whoever actually planned this, like, is a fucking genius. Like, whoever planned this, like, step by step, they executed everything perfectly, right? With the little piece that Iran bombed everybody around, right? But I think what's gonna happen, which is gonna go into Iran. See, here's the thing though. You're fighting against ideology. You can't fight against ideology, which is like the Muslim religion, right? Like you can't fight against it. People have done this over the years.
You know, in that attack that Trump just did against the other 30-something people, they did a conference. They asked them, were there any leaders, that you want to replace? We know the prince wanted to potentially be the candidate. And he said, no, he's a good guy, but I don't think he should be the one. I mean, there was a few guys that were in the building, but, they're no longer here.
Bro, this guy. But what I'm saying is, geopolitically, I mean, we live in United States. This is good for us.
Yeah,
It's good for United States as a country, not necessarily for the people, but for the country. It's good because we're securing our place under the sun, right? Like, we're the strongest.
You're still trying to maintain your superiority
Correct.
over the world and be the world police.
Correct, because Russia and China were taking steps. They're taking steps on overthrowing United States.
China's definitely been in the works.
Yeah.
And they haven't it is true, like, China, if they wanted, they could attack Taiwan at any point in time. They just have chosen not to do so.
Mm-hmm. Because, so that's the thing.
And it's also because the U.S. kind of told them, hey, we'll have your back. Don't tell anybody, but you have security guarantees from us.
Yeah. And this is the thing. This is why I'm saying that this is not World War III, because Russia and China are not going to step in. If Russia and China stepped in to help Iran, yes, World War III. But until those two step in, it's not a World War III. It's just a regional conflict.
And I don't remember who. I think it might have been Argentina, who recently took down another Shadow Fleet vessel from Russia.
Mm-hmm. I didn't see that.
The Shadow Fleet is going down as well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Russia's,
Yeah. So Trump, what he's done in like 1.5 years of being in here, he basically took the entire South American continent, got rid of the socialistic
Belgium
leaders. Belgium sees as Russian shadow fleet, right? Trump basically went in, and we're talking about, Trump is raising the tariffs on Europe, right? Like, not a good thing, right? The problem here is he's doing that because Europe, for the longest time, didn't want to step in, right? And he's like, no, motherfuckers, I'm actually helping you because they're just across the border. They can shoot their rockets at you. Start doing something about it. This is why I think Belgium is taking actions now. You know what I mean? So it's like a political game that a lot of people like.
What does this tanker look like?
Jeez. Can't see anything.
The hell with you, Bloomberg?
I'm guessing it would be that one.
Either way, it's just a cargo ship, right?
Yeah, just a tanker.
So either way, this is one of those things. It depends what side of the aisle you sit on, whether you sit on the left or the right.
Hold on, let me fix this real quick because I keep hitting the monitor and I'm streaming the completely wrong thing. I don't know where this thing is going.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's for whatever reason monitoring on this one. There it is. So that's the tanker.
All right, cool. So what I'm saying is, it's up to you. Depending on what part of the political aisle you sit on, whether you sit on the left or right, you're gonna have your opinions about it. It's very hard to be in the middle on this one and just kind of weigh in both of the sides and say, okay, this is good, this is bad. Because at the end of the day, innocent people are dying, right? But on the flip side, you're securing dominance. So for the long run, what's more important, right? I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to say. You know, I don't know. What y'all think?
When is securing some kind of international dominance not gonna hurt innocent people? That's one thing. For sure.
Yes, because there's always going to be casualties, right? But do you really want casualties?
Yeah, like then, at what cost, right? Are you gonna do it?
And Democrats' politics was like, don't. We're going to sit down here around the table and talk about it, right? We're going to diplomatically do it. His policy is more like, I'm gonna swing the belt, and whoever gets in the way is going to catch it. You know what I mean? So it's like two different ways of doing things. Kind of like, back in the days you would grow up, grandma would throw the chancla at you, and then you knew it. That's what he's doing. He's doing that orthodox method of like disciplining, where the new wave of things is like sit your child down on the couch and talk to him, type of deal. You know what I mean?
But I don't. Doing something diplomatically doesn't necessarily mean like babying it.
No, you're not babying them, but you're saying, well,
right?
If you don't do this,
you can diplomatically make
yeah.
some threats, and that has been done for a long time.
Yeah, and then you have to kind of understand as well that when you sit down and diplomatically do things, it's like, I'll do this and you do this, and then they continue to negotiate. So no one really wins anything. They kind of end up both losing. That's a good negotiation where both end up losing and both end up winning. But on this side, he's just like, fuck this, I'm not losing anything. I'm taking it all. Right? They just steamrolls and bullies right through it. But which on the other side creates people that don't like you because you just did that. It just creates animosity towards you, right? So, but at the end of the day, Russia and China were actively working on this, right? And they were gaining land, and they were gaining actually because of the democratic lackluster policy that we had. Our democratic leaders allowed that shit to happen. They got to this point because they were a little too light about it. So, and
why do you say that?
Because they were sitting there and negotiating around the table. You take this, you take that, and I don't think our leaders are.
Obama.
They're worried too much about the optics, where the other side is not.
Obama made agreements and treaties while they were stocking up and making nuclear weapon programs.
Yeah, and we knew that. We have spies everywhere. We knew that, but we're allowing to do that because, in retrospect, like, okay, we continue doing this, but we want this, and like, okay, but we're gonna continue making our weapons, right? Because the other side is a bully. You can't fight a bully by being nice. It just doesn't work. So and then on a retrospect, I mean, I have a lot of Muslim friends, right? And most of them are amazing people. But then there are these radical groups that, death to infidels and chopping people's heads off just because you don't believe in Allah and you don't think that Muhammad is the prophet, right? Or, God forbid, your wife reads a book and doesn't wear a burqa over her head, you're getting her head chopped off.
I mean, I bet there's not a single religion major religion in the world that doesn't have a radical groups tied to it in some way.
They do, but I think over the course of the years, like Christian Orthodox religion was like that back in the day. I think over the time that kind of simmered down and people are more understanding what it is. Islam is going, like those radical groups of Islam in the countries like Yemen, Iran for a while, they're going through those waves of what Christianity used to be during the Crusades. Do you see what I'm saying? Like their religion is still in those infancy stages of like just fucking kill everybody by the sword or by a bullet in this case. You know what I mean? So it's a catch-22 because who's right in here? No one. Who's wrong in here? No one. You know, no one is wrong and no one is right, and
What do
both
you
are
mean by
wrong
that?
and both are right.
What do you
In
mean
their
by that?
Because they're a sovereign country. They have all the right to sell their oil to whoever they want. They're a
Uh-huh.
sovereign country. But by doing that, it hurts this other country, right? The other country says, I'm stronger than you. I'm going to come and make you sell that shit to me now. You know what I mean? But they're like, well, no, no, no. We promised it to them. Well, I don't give a shit who you promised it to. You promised to another bully. Now there's another bully on the block. You know what I mean? It's kind of like the drug cartel game, which happened, talk about February.
You know who's not happy? China. Because I believe it's 40% of their oil comes from the Hormuz Strait or Sea, whatever it's called, which is by Iran. And they're locking that shit down. Or
Yep.
even if they don't lock it down, ain't nobody trying to be in that area.
No, ain't nobody's coming through the area.
So China's not going to be getting a lot of their oil from
Which is
there.
going to weaken them.
And then the other, I believe it's 20% of their oil that they use annually comes from Iran as well.
Yep.
So
And-
it's a big chunk. It's not like...
And then Russia is the only other oil producer out there that can do this because they can drill into their Antarctic cap. But the problem is they have all the international community because of this Ukraine war. So they're not selling them drilling equipment. They're not selling them any of this. So they have to create this shit on their own in order to drill, which is taking a long time. So Russia cannot drill extract oil. Eventually they will, right? Like they'll come up with the technology. Eventually they will. But until that happens, their countries are getting weaker and weaker. Now, what happened here, the reason he went into Armenia and secured that corridor, right, where Azerbaijan can cross over and go to this part of the land that's on the other side of Armenia, because now through that corridor, they're going to run the pipes and they're going to bypass Russia to provide oil to Europe. So Europe doesn't no longer buy oil from Russia because Russia is the number one supplier of oil. We went in, we bombed one of the pipes. They were building the second pipe, which was going to be a lot bigger. We bombed it. Our Navy SEALs did that. Again, conspiracy theory, but we did it. You know, that's why they secured that corridor. Now they're going to run the pipe right through there. And they're going to bypass Russia effectively. So now Europe is going to get oil from a different country, which most likely is going to come either from Middle East or from Georgia or something like that. I don't know. So it's all a bigger game, and a lot of people are just like, oh my God, they're bombing someone. They don't just wake up in the morning, let's just bomb this motherfucker because we don't like their religion. No, it's not that. There's like a lot more involved and tied to it that most people don't even sit down and listen to or won't care about.
Speaking of modern bombings, I crashed a drone today.
You did?
Yeah.
All right. You did full
killed
Ukraine. You went full Ukrainian style.
Yeah, right into the back of a boat.
Back of the boat, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Boss wasn't happy about that, huh?
Nah, he thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not happy about it, but he laughed a little bit. He laughed at me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But these things happen, I guess.
Yeah,
Huh?
shit happens.
This is where
It's not the first nor the last drone that will get lost at our job. That is.
Oh, you guys
100%.
have completely lost it.
Well,
It
it
went bloop, 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 bloop.
hit the hit the back of the boat, went into the water. At first, I didn't think that it had like a tracker like that, and if it did, I figured it would be fucked in the water anyways to not find it. But it had like a previous, like its last picked up location, and so we went to there, looked around, and I was looking on my phone, and I was like, okay, right here, like we're right on top of it. Let's see. And one of the guys so happened to like you couldn't see into the water very well, for shit. But like you could kind of see like little black spots when the waves would kind of hit the correct way, and it had the least amount of glare. Like you could barely see. It was like 3.5 foot deep.
Oh, okay.
And he's like, "Oh, I think I found it." Like after like I don't know, 15 minutes of just kind of like looking around that spot, looking at the ground, and then he tried getting it with the net and like kind of moved it, and then couldn't find it again. And then so I was like, "Fuck it, bro! Like I don't want to be out here any longer." I just got in the water and like walked around, kicked around the mud, and found that shit eventually.
Yeah.
I was lucky that it fell in 3 foot of water, so we could at least get the footage, right? Because I tried checking. Sometimes I used to have on my drone, I think before, like when I first got it, it would save the stuff to my phone, but I took that off because it was taking up a bunch of fucking space on my phone. It would have been useful for that situation.
What does it say here, Miggy?
I just have the 3 branches of the Mossad pulled up. These guys are fucking cool as shit in a way.
Uh,
Because
I mean, it's like a CIA on steroids, but different kind of steroids. Like it's CIA on peptides. I
this
think that's what
fucking
this is.
role that they have the Kidon, which is the bayonets,
Uh-huh.
is a subunit reportedly responsible for targeted killing in high risk operations. So these are the guys that go out there and they'll find you in a different country, bring you back. Sometimes not.
Yeah.
Alive.
You don't think every country has a 10? We have 10 teams that do that.
No,
Not,
we.
not like these guys. These are CIA
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
These guys don't operate by the rules at all.
Yeah.
They don't. The only person that they report to is the Prime Minister of Israel. That's it.
Yeah. So they're MI6 trained. They're CIA trained. Like these guys are like.
You don't think we got guys like that?
You ever watch that show Wolf on Netflix?
Wolf. I don't think
It's
so.
like a group of Israelis that can you pull up that show? I think it's called Wolf. Israeli intelligence. Netflix 6 episode miniseries The Spy. Well, no, that's not it. I think it was The Wolf. It was about it's basically this group of guys and girls that are like that they're that type of bayonet, which they do high stakes stuff. They all look and speak Arabic fluently. They'll go in and out of the Palestine, bring people in and out, go travel, and they're just average people. Some of them are a little fatter, some of them are not. They just look average, but they fuck shit up.
Is
No,
it a movie?
it's a newer show. It's a show. It's got a couple of seasons. I don't know if it's a Wolf. It's not a movie. It's a show.
Yeah, because he has typed in movie.
Yeah, it's a show, and that show is the only thing is it's got I think subtitles unless they dubbed it.
Could be this one.
Fauda, that's the one. Fauda, that's the one right there. Like I suggest watching this, bro. Like it kind of give you a little bit of idea. Of course this is like movie-esque to make it look cool, but it'll give you an idea what these guys do. And that bayonet group is like even more known for doing a bunch of other shit.
Yeah, these guys have also a committee of they get people from all three groups together. The Semets, Cesari, whatever the fuck, and Tavel. And they judge the person, and then that's where they decide, should we kill this person or not? And that's how they do that.
Well, like, see, they want role, human intelligence. What they do: recruit and run foreign agents, gather intelligence overseas, manage espionage networks. Right? These are the spies. This is like the CIA shit, right? Secret collecting political, military, scientific, and strategic intelligence. Then you go to the next guys. Role: covert and paramilitary operation, assassination, sabotage, covert missions in hostile countries. Includes a subunit reported responsible for targeting and killing high-risk operatives. This branch handles Mossad's most sensitive and high-risk missions. And then you got the Tavel, which is the political action and liaison department, diplomatic intelligence and foreign liaison. These are the guys that go in, well, we kind of had to do it type of deal. You know what I mean? Yeah. Those guys collect the information, send the number 2, and then the number 3 goes out there to sweep, clean up afterwards. Can you pull up the CIA if there's like similarities? You just type that in. Is there similarities between Mossad and CIA? Yes. Yeah. So, what do we have here? CIA equivalent, Director of Operations, then Special Activities Center. Can you pull up more about Special Activities Center? Let's see what their description is. SAC.
I should have just put more about SAC.
What SAC does? Parliamentary operations in denied or hostile areas, counterterrorism missions, capture, kill operations against highly valued targets, training, advising foreign forces on current. Okay, can you put in this? Does CIA, Mossad?
Fuck.
Okay, go ahead.
Does
does SAC? Well, no, just do MI6. What's the MI6? Um, what's the MI6 equivalent of SAC? MI6 UK Special Forces. MI6 SIS forces when kinetic force is needed. Okay, so you got SIS and SBS, Special Boat Service and the Special Air Services. The SIS is basically their Navy SEALs, right? SIS for okay.
I guess they don't really.
I don't know about that. I don't, is it a military thing or is it more of a like
These guys are
spy
more.
kind of thing?
I think these guys are kind of more of like into the counterterrorism aspect
Mm-hmm.
because they don't really go out there. What the fuck do they have to? They got Crocs and shit to be worrying about.
So do does
Crocs.
SAC?
Wait, is that MI6? Is that French?
No,
That's
Brits.
British.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, MI6 is
I was
British.
thinking Australian or whatever. I don't know
I
why.
only know that from James Bond.
So does SAC SIS and what was the name of the Mossad's one? The SAC
Keydon?
SIS.
Keydon?
Mm-hmm.
What about?
Do they cross train or do they are they connected to each other?
Yeah, of course they do. They're allies.
Mm,
They all cross train.
yeah. So there you go.
The
You know?
U.S. is sending shit that's taking down their own planes.
Yeah.
All
Well,
that shit was shot down by Patriots.
The thing is for our CIA basically needs to send people outside of United States to do it. CIA is not legally supposed to operate within the United States because we have FBI for that,
Yep.
right? So technically,
You can't even recruit
for them
US
to
citizens.
train and get experience, they have to go out. So was MI6 SIS. The only one that is like within the country is um, uh, Mossad's. They can do whatever the fuck they
I
want.
didn't even know this till recently, but the CIA they could potentially do it, but they tend not to recruit citizens, American citizens.
Yeah. So anytime they recruit you, it's if you're like a lawyer or you go for a law degree and then if you show that you have some sort of capabilities and stuff, you get recruited. You don't just apply to CIA. You get recruited by them. So, and most people that go for those things, they end up in like Homeland Security, FBI, so on and so forth. SIS directly recruits you. Mm-hmm. Just CIA is a little bit different.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. And then when they do recruit you, doesn't mean that you're gonna get the cool job. You might get a desk job where you like just collecting information, right? Like
Just do an analysis for fucking 15 years.
yeah, pretty much, and you can't really talk about it. Hey, babe, where are you going? To my office job. Anything interesting happened today? No, everything was quiet. In the meantime, you're sending rockets. Bing, 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 bing,
Diary
bing.
of a CEO has a interview with one of the the spy that actually gave up Guantanamo, that they're doing torture and shit. And he told them that his wife, he had to divorce her because there was one night that he was doing an operation and it was like 12 at night. And then his wife's like, "Where are you going, honey? I have a meeting. I have to go work." And he was hiding in a dump just waiting for this guy to come by so that he could drop off some stuff. And he came back and his girlfriend's like, "Just tell me, who are you with? Just tell me." Ma'am, do you think I was with a girl smelling like this? I was inside a dump.
But they can't say shit about
Yeah,
it,
they can't
right?
say
They
nothing.
can't say nothing about it. So it's, I mean, it would be a difficult life though. Like it sounds cool because we watch James Bond movies and
80%
like,
divorce rate.
yeah. Any law enforcement is 80% divorce rate. It's just the workload is too much, you know. And then you got people out there that go in and saying defund the police. You know what I mean? Just I don't know. It's a little stupid to me, you know.
There
But
was an update that came up. A Hillsborough officer or maybe today or yesterday, took their life.
I didn't see that. Pull it up. Do we know why? Divorce.
I don't know.
Divorce. Oh, do you know that women attempt just as many, but they never really finish it. Where guys actually do finish it, so they're not even good at doing that.
Such an asshole, Jay.
But it, that's true. Like besides my last part of the comment, is true. Like women attempt just as many, but they just
I'll try
don't
and
finish
find
it.
the link, but that I had seen.
Yeah. Besides that, what else we got? We got Mexico. Cars
That's
burning. That's February. And then Trump kind of mentioned during the union speech, he mentioned that we're responsible for it, basically, taking
Our
him down.
intelligence.
Did anyone else see the video of him dropping like a slight few sentences about Cuba?
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Uh-huh.
Trump?
Yeah,
He's
it was.
been talking about Cuba a lot.
Yeah, in the
I
union.
saw the one video. He
He
just
was
said something
talking
about
in the union.
No, I didn't see the union stuff. I just saw before that something about friendly takeover of Cuba. Him like he was on the move, going somewhere. I think.
Yeah, he knows that Cuba is very pro-Russia, and he doesn't want that at all.
Bro, what do you mean? Like,
Well, Cuba's government.
there's no way, dog. You have that many troops out there in the Middle East, and then you're gonna send a lot more troops. Just drop a couple by Cuba on the way back. That's vacation island. That's part of the plan. At the
Hey,
end,
boys.
you get to celebrating Cuba with the boys. Some cigars.
Yeah, boys, the plane is getting redirected. All they have to do is just drop there about 30, 40 guys.
30, 40 guys.
30, 40 guys.
Crazy.
Wait, listen.
That is
listen.
not how many, bro.
Honestly, he's not wrong.
Let me finish
What do you
that.
mean 30,
Oh,
40 guys?
30, 40 guys with a bunch of MREs, and we got this. You just hand out food to
Couple
people.
Zins.
Couple of Zins, and we're good, bro. We're good.
He said you feed them, juice them up a little with some nicotine.
Yeah, bro.
Couple white monsters.
Yeah, drop off a couple of them Brugales, and you're ready to go. Get it on the way from Dominican Republic, because
You
it's
gonna
right
have a
on the
party
way.
day on the beach, or you trying to train them up to be soldiers?
Bro, they will jump ship. But
after a good battle, maybe send them a Hennessy bottle.
did you see that? So apparently some dudes from Miami, some random people, like random citizens from Miami, jumped on a boat, fully loaded to the gills with weapons, went to Cuba, trying to like infiltrate Cuba, and then like got in a shootout with the Cuban military.
that was another
4
thing,
dead,
yeah.
six injured. Pull it up, see if that's
There's
true.
no fucking way. Did you see the video of Cuba of the guy showing all the armament that they had?
Mm.
There's no fucking way they had all that shit.
Half of it don't even work. How's that
I've
even
heard
possible?
they have a shit ton of stuff from back in the day, like a lot.
Yeah, but half of that shit don't even work probably.
Bro, it's Kalashnikov. It works.
Yeah, you got a point there.
It's Kalashnikov. That
But
shit
what is the
fucking
Kalashnikov
works.
gonna do against a drone? you know what I mean?
I'm just saying. From what I've heard, they have a decent amount of guns and plenty of ammo.
In freaking coolers, bro. How much ammo? Who's gonna get half of the ammo? That's like what? That's like 10 minutes of shooting and done.
Bro, that's 3 coolers they're showing you. You think they're gonna show you all of it right there? Boom, bow.
That's literally all they got.
No, that is not. I've talked to guys that were in the military that lived in Cuba. Yeah, that's what they said.
Why did they bring the coolers? I don't understand. What was the point
I
of
don't
the
know,
coolers,
bro.
bro?
That's just like
Are they confiscated coolers? I mean, how many of them bullets they traded for those coolers?
Breaking news now at 11. Cuban authorities showing off this huge arsenal of weapons they claim 10 people had on them when they sped toward the island.
This
that's
is what they
this is.
secured, yeah.
Okay. Damn.
Yeah, so these guys,
Damn. Brother.
they were
Brother.
loaded to the gills, bro. I'm telling you, these guys.
They.
What the? Who the fuck were you going? You were.
Okay, I thought we were talking about Cuba as a country. Okay, we're talking about the guys that went over there.
Yeah.
They went over there with all that.
Yes,
That's what I'm
bro.
saying. Where the fuck did they fit all that shit?
That's why it was in coolers. It was on the boat, brother. A whole fucking armory. To
These
that
boys
fucking
been
thing.
preparing for years for this, bro.
That was hundreds of thousands of dollars in guns.
Hundreds of thousands,
ammunition.
more than that,
With
bro.
a- yeah,
look at them,
guns
look at
and
them,
ammunition?
look at them in ghillie suits and everything, bro.
No way. No, this is some movie
Yeah.
shit. This is bullshit. This is really movie stuff. Look at them in ghillie suits. This motherfucker.
Can you pull up? Can you put up on a Chat GPT? Give us the skinny on it.
What?
On Chat GPT, the skinny on this whole situation
The
instead of like
skinny.
what? Yeah, like the quick version of it. Yeah, so because 'cause I'm
These were
telling you,
American citizens, or I'm assuming Cuban Americans.
yeah,
Oh, it's
I'm
Cuban
thinking they're Cuban Americans that went in there like loaded, like we're gonna liberate our country. You know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
four dead, six injured.
Trump said he's just gonna bomb them. Fuck it, we going back to our country. Do what we need to do.
Yeah, yeah, we're not,
A lot of Cubans are for Trump.
bruh. I mean, I give it to them, bro. These guys did not think of this very well, but they did.
Hey, brother, if
You know what I mean? Like they don't
what
really.
the fuck did you think was gonna happen?
I
Bro?
don't fucking know. They thought that the Cubans, they're hungry and they don't have any weapons. They don't know how to shoot. It's like a typical like stupid thinking. There's like 10 people going in there. How many guys went in there? 10 guys. Oh, we got this. We got 10 of the best. He's the best guy that shoots in a fucking range.
I'd like to
Dude,
meet the
those
guy.
Coast Guards haven't shot in years. They were so excited.
Yeah, bro. They were itching for it, bro.
I want to meet the
Yeah.
guy, the one guy that
That
in the
organized
room,
this?
That was in the room with all these motherfuckers. And said, "Yo, I think."
Hear me out.
Yeah,
Hear me out.
hear me out. Hear me out. I think we can get enough guns
To take over a country,
and to
bro.
go take over maybe a neighborhood, and then we'll get the rest.
My stepdad used to be captain of the Coast Guard base. He couldn't swim actually, so he. It's kind of weird. Yeah, he couldn't swim.
This is why these guys thought they can take over the country, bro. Why do you think they thought they can take over the damn country?
Yeah, but he couldn't swim. But he would tell us stories of how he would go over to my mom's house when I was fucking 10 months old, and he would put down his Makarov on the side table, and he would put on his radio, and he would just chill. And then whenever he would get a call, hey, we have a situation going on, how should we proceed? And then they would just, yeah, fuck it, blow them up. Like that type shit, like.
Look it
I
up.
don't think he ever did. I'm just fucking.
Can you
being a
read about this a little bit? Let's see what happened. Here.
Crazy.
Go up.
But yeah, I mean.
Go up a little bit more. Oh, right there.
So what happened? On February 25th, 2026, Cuban border forces intercepted a Florida registered speedboat near Cayo Falcones of the northern coast of Cuba in Villa Clara province. The boat was inside Cuban territorial waters when the confrontation began. Cuba says the patrol tried to approach and identify the vessel, but people aboard opened fire first, injuring the Cuban patrol commander.
Hell no.
Cuban force returned fire. 4 people on the speedboat were killed and 6 were wounded. The wounded were taken into custody. 1 Cuban military member was also reported injured. Who was on the boat? Cuban authorities say the boat carried 10 armed individuals, described as Cuban nationals living in the U.S., and claim the group had rifles, pistols, Molotov cocktails, ammo, and military-style gear. Cuba alleges they were attempting a hostile infiltration/terrorist action on the island. U.S. officials have not confirmed Cuba's story yet. Washington says there was no U.S. government mission involved and has opened independent investigation into what really happened. Citizenship and legal angle. At least 1 U.S. citizen was among the dead, and other aboard had U.S. status, resident or visa holders, according to U.S. officials. The legal status of the survivors is complicated. They could face prosecution under Cuban law, and if returned to the U.S., might face charges under things like the U.S. Neutrality Act because of the armed nature of the voyage. Why it matters. This isn't just a local maritime incident. It has escalated tensions between the U.S. and Cuba. Russia even warned against provocative actions around Cuba in response to the fallout. Cuba is in a tense period politically and economically, and this shootout recalls historic U.S.-Cuba conflicts. Summary in plain terms, which is what I should have read.
So there you have it. There you have it. The mission ended before it started, right? Like,
got caught.
yeah, they did get caught. Yeah, they didn't think it's
I
probably.
really want to hear their plan, bro. I'm sitting
I
here
do
like
too.
knocking my fucking brain
There's plenty.
about how these 10 dumb motherfuckers
I'm
Decide-
thought they could take over a country on a goddamn center console or
sure
some
it
shit.
I'm sure it wasn't really to cause
Speedboat, bro.
any type of like terrorist action per se. I think it was more of
Infiltration, the
there's
problem.
plenty of people that if they could do something, they would. They just don't have the means to do it,
Yeah.
and they were just gonna be like, "You want to do it? Here."
But what, you gonna arm a whole country from a speedboat?
No, but
you're
you
gonna arm
slow.
like 10 people, and then you bring back another batch of 10, and then you bring another batch of 10.
Or that, or just do it the
and-
Spartacus style. You know,
That's
when the
not enough.
Spartacus.
That's not enough.
Ni Fidel Castro, not even Castro could bring the amount of weapons that these motherfuckers brought in one time.
Yeah. No, I think they were just trying to do that Spartacus style. You know how Spartacus, they ever watch that show where he kind of like goes, infiltrates these houses, kills a bunch of people, takes their weapons, frees the slaves. So I think that's what they're trying to do. Get a bunch of people organized slowly and then just start a
And my
start a
problem is
movement.
like, for example, you send us, you could send fucking 5 speedboats full of all that shit. Times that shit by 5.
Castro took
You put
over.
that in a neighborhood, that whole neighborhood will get ransacked.
Castro took over with 82 people.
Yeah, but
And
Castro
one
also
brother.
had people in place, you know.
Yeah, that's different.
Huh?
They also had people in place. I bet you these.
Castro eventually had people in place, but when they got there, they didn't really have many people. Once they landed, they started getting shot at. A shit ton of them got killed. There were like 40 or some shit of them left. Then they went into the Sierra Maestra, which is where all the country farmers and shit are. And then those people were like, we're sick of this shit. So then they started helping them.
I bet you these guys watched the Spartacus show. They all watched it and like, we can do this in Cuba. We can do this. We got the guns.
Dude, technology has
Yeah,
changed.
technology has changed a lot. Now, I mean, if they were doing a little bit of more, like if, it would have been an interesting story if they actually went in 10 people and like took over the entire country, bro. That would have been like, yeah, you know what? Kudos to you boys. You know, would you get in trouble? No. At that point, like, you know,
It just kind of sucks that a lot of the people that helped Castro ended up getting betrayed by him.
yeah, yeah.
All the people that were more liked than Castro because they had much more charisma.
Yeah, yeah, he damn near killed everyone.
Well, Che got fucked by the CIA.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Camilo's helicopter, I think, got shut down. I think it was a helicopter or a plane, whatever the fuck it was. That shit got shut down, and that's very, very, like, a big conspiracy in Cuba that shit got shut down by the Castros.
well, then you had to, right? Because you have to think about it. There's not a single country out there that has a socialist regime that works. Not a single one. Socialism hasn't worked in any of the countries that we have.
Do you think
Cuba going to shit. Brazil is going to shit. Argentina was going to shit until they
Do
took
you
over.
think now-
France is going to shit right now.
Do you think now we're starting to finally experience a more adapted, or we're starting to get adapted by the government to a slightly more authoritarian?
Now?
Yes, because I say that because other countries that we're rivals against, such as Russia or China, they don't have to go through all the diplomacy. They can just make a decision and you can't question. Why?
Because we
Xi
want to.
Jinping said it.
Yeah, because we want to, right?
Putin said it, so...
Are you talking about against other nations? Because
I mean,
Russia...
the type of actions that we're taking nowadays, like... yeah, sure, we're not at war in a way.
But that,
It's supposedly another special operation in a way.
Russia and China are like that outside and inside. I don't think we're like that inside. We are like that outside. Before there was a little more diplomacy, but now there's less diplomacy. To be honest, before we also bombed everyone. There's not a single president out there that didn't bomb. Go back as many presidents as you want. There's not a single president out there that didn't bomb someone. We have bombed everyone since, like, I don't know, going back to the 70s, 60s. You know what I mean?
Let's wrap this up soon, boys.
Yeah. So, I mean, we've done this. I think just the problem is that a lot of people don't like Trump. The whataboutism kicks in at this point. Like, well, what about this guy? What about this guy? What about that guy? They all have done it. You know, it's just people don't like Trump, the way who he is, and then they're making this a thing, you know? People didn't like Obama, made it a thing. People don't like...
Trump's that fucking, like, dickhead of a teacher that everybody has to listen to because he's such a dickhead.
Mm. Well, then every single one of the presidents was a dickhead, to be honest.
All politicians are.
Yeah, but they had a little more charisma, so they had a little more people listening to them, right? But Trump is going in, he's kind of like unapologetic, and he's like, I'm going to do whatever I want to do. When the other ones are like, well, I'm going to do this, and they did something else. And they're like, well, sorry, it didn't work out.
He's pushing merch.
He is
That
pushing
shit
it.
is crazy. The shoes. He did a watch. What else?
Cologne.
Cologne.
He's-
The
oh,
hats,
can
of
you-
course.
can you
The
go to-
hats is the OG.
Go to Fragrantica real quick,
Well, he's got an actual cologne,
bruh. Watch.
and it's on Fragrantica.
Yup, Fragrantica. And then click on, once you get on there, click on top where it says, click on perfumes, the job down, and then find the awards. Go down to awards, 2025.
You got an award?
Go down to the bottom. No, that was it. 2025. Yeah, go down to the bottom. All the way to the bottom. Go back up a little bit. Right here. I hate this perfume. Click on it. The perfumes that are most hated. Trump. Trump, and Trump. And Trump. Bro, do you think people hate this perfume because how it smells or because it's Trump? They're just like, fuck this guy, I'm gonna hate the perfume.
They hate Dior because it's fucking overused. That's for sure.
I don't know what people say.
Rouge is supposedly a fucking classic, so they're just hating it because everybody still fucking uses it.
Yeah, well, I don't care what people say. We had this conversation with Eddie.
As fuck.
Dior, amazing. Baccarat, amazing.
That
you know.
shit's strong as fuck.
Thomas can smell it better. All right, let's wrap it up, boys.
Yeah. So
So-
go back up.
We're wrapping it
Well,
up.
we're wrapping
Wrap
it
it
up.
up.
Go
We're
back. I
10
want to
minutes
see the
past
Trump
already.
perfumes, bro. Hold on. Victory Cologne, President Trump. Click on it. Click on that Victory Cologne. What is that one? Click on that one. Fuck it. It's woody, amber, fresh, spicy. I kind of wonder what it smells like. Go down. What do people say about it?
I swear to God, Jay, if you buy a Trump cologne,
No, with reviews. Give me reviews. There's no reviews and people hate it. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. You pieces of shit. At least fucking review the perfume. Go back. Look at that. 0 reviews, but people hate it. Like, how does this work?
it was voted for, dog.
Yeah, it was voted for by fucking bunch of sissies.
All right.
All right, guys. Thank you for joining us. We will catch you guys next episode. Peace.